I just analyzed 2026 market data on Barndominium investments, and what I found might surprise you. The answer is not what most YouTube videos will tell you. And if you're thinking about building or buying a Barndominium as an investment, you need to hear this before you drop a single dollar. Stay with me because I'm about to break down the real numbers, the honest truth about appreciation rates, and the one factor that matters more than the building itself. Before we dive in, if you want more honest breakdowns on alternative housing and real investment data without the hype, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's get into it. The straight answer. Here's the truth in 2026. A Barndominium can be a good investment, but only under very specific conditions. And here's what nobody talks about. The land is the investment, not the building. Let me explain what that actually means for your money. Based on 2026 county-level sales data, Barndominiums in growing counties like Texas, Tennessee, and Indiana appreciated 3 to 5% annually, tracking close to traditional homes. But in stable or declining counties, they lag behind at 1 to 3%, falling behind traditional homes by 1 to 2 percentage points. Now here's the game changer. Land appreciation in high-growth rural counties runs 6 to 12% annually, often outpacing the home itself. So if you build a $200,000 Barndominium on 10 acres in a growing county, most of your appreciation comes from the land value, not the structure. This is critical to understand. Traditional homes appreciated an average of 5.4% annually from 2020 to 2025 according to Case-Shiller data. Barndominiums don't have a national appreciation index because the market is too fragmented, which tells you something important right there. The cost advantage. Here's where Barndominiums shine. In 2026, building a Barndominium costs between $70 to $150 per square foot, compared to $200+ per square foot for traditional construction. A 2,000 square foot Barndominium runs about $200,000 at $100 per square foot, while a traditional home of the same size costs $220,000 to $340,000. That's a savings of $20,000 to $140,000 up front. So the math becomes simple. Spend less on the building, invest the difference, and let the land do the appreciating. In 2026, with housing unaffordable for millions of Americans, that math has never been more compelling. The financing reality. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, financing. This is where many Barndominium investments fall apart before they even start. In 2026, financing for Barndominiums is becoming more conventional, but it's still harder than traditional homes. The biggest pitfall is the appraisal gap. Because Barndominiums are relatively new in many areas, appraisers struggle to find comparable sales. If you spend $400,000 building a custom Barndominium, but the appraiser can only find traditional homes nearby that sold for $320,000, the bank will only lend based on that lower value. You have to cover the $80,000 difference out of pocket. Most Barndominium builds require construction of permanent loans. During the 6 to 18-month construction phase, you pay interest only on money actually spent. Then it converts to a standard 30-year mortgage. The danger zone is during conversion. Lenders re-verify your income and credit score. If you bought a new truck or opened credit cards during the build, your debt-to-income ratio changes and the bank can deny your permanent mortgage even after approving construction. USDA loans offer zero down payment for eligible rural areas and are becoming more Barndominium friendly, but not all lenders provide this option for non-traditional homes. VA loans are technically available, but have steep hurdles, including finding comparable sales and ensuring residential zoning classification. The resale truth. Let's be brutally honest about resale because this determines whether your Barndominium is truly a good investment. In rural and semi-rural markets where Barndominiums are common, resale values have strengthened significantly. Buyers who understand the format are willing to pay for well-built examples. But in markets where Barndominiums are rare or unfamiliar, finding a qualified appraiser and willing buyer is more difficult. The buyer pool is smaller, which means longer time on market and more price negotiation. HOA-governed communities rarely permit Barndominiums, which limits your potential locations. Design choices play a huge role in resale value. Highly personalized interiors, unconventional layouts, or mixed-use configurations may appeal to you, but reduce resale flexibility. Builders who prioritize neutral finishes, conventional room layouts, and clear residential classification protect long-term value more effectively. Here's something critical. Barndominiums typically appreciate at about the same rate as commercial property, around 2 to 3% per year in a regular market. They do not depreciate in value, which is important, but they don't appreciate as fast as traditional homes in most markets. When barndominiums are great investments. A barndominium is a good investment if you treat it as what it is: an affordable, durable, flexible home on appreciating rural land. Not a flip, not a spec build, and not a get-rich-quick scheme. The people who do well with barndominiums are the ones who buy good land in growing counties, build within their means, and plan to stay for 10+ years. If you're building on land you already own or are buying, plan to stay at least 10 years, and are targeting a rural or semi-rural market, a well-built barndominium is a solid investment. Here's the ideal scenario. You need both living space and workshop or storage space. The integrated design saves you $30,000 to $80,000 compared to building home and shop separately. You're in a rural area with flexible building codes and strong land appreciation trends. You value function over conformity and appreciate the durability of steel construction. You have cash or can secure favorable financing without the appraisal gap problem. When barndominiums are risky investments. If you need maximum financing flexibility and easy resale in suburban areas, a traditional home carries less risk. If you're in an HOA or area with restrictive zoning, don't even consider it. If you're planning to flip it in 2 to 5 years, you'll likely lose money compared to traditional construction. When interest rates are over 6.5%, buyers get cautious and stick to what they know. Some towns are getting stricter in 2026 about metal siding in residential zones. Zoning matters more than people realize. An agricultural zone parcel with a barn converted to living space may not pass VA or conventional financing requirements. Location is everything. Building in an area where barndominiums are common makes financing easier and resale stronger. Building in an area where they're unknown creates friction at every step. The maintenance advantage. One overlooked investment factor is maintenance costs. Barndominiums require significantly less upkeep than traditional homes. Metal siding and roofing last 40 to 70 years with minimal maintenance, compared to wood siding that needs constant painting and repair. The biggest concern is rusting, but most metal products in 2026 are manufactured to combat rust. Steel frames can last hundreds of years if constructed properly on a concrete slab foundation. Over a 30-year ownership period, you'll save thousands in maintenance costs compared to traditional construction, which factors into your total return on investment. Is a barndominium a good investment in 2026? Yes, but with major caveats. It's a good investment for the right buyer in the right market with the right timeline. It's a terrible investment if you're trying to flip it, building in the wrong location, or can't secure favorable financing. The key is understanding what you're actually investing in. You're not investing in the metal building. You're investing in the land underneath it. You're investing in lower construction costs that free up capital. You're investing in durability and low maintenance. You're investing in flexibility and functionality. If you go in with realistic expectations, choose your location wisely, build quality construction with neutral finishes, secure financing before you start, and plan to hold it for 10+ years, a barndominium can absolutely be a smart financial decision. But if you expect it to appreciate like a traditional home in a suburban neighborhood, if you want easy financing and quick resale, if you're building in a market that doesn't understand barndominiums, you're setting yourself up for disappointment and potential financial loss. The people making money with barndominiums in 2026 are the ones treating them as long-term lifestyle investments, not short-term financial plays. They're buying appreciating land, building affordable structures, and enjoying the savings and flexibility for years to come. That's the honest answer. Now you decide if it's the right investment for you. If this breakdown helped you make a more informed decision, hit that like button and drop a comment telling me what you're planning. Are you building a barndominium? Already living in one? Share your experience below. And subscribe for more honest content about alternative housing investments without the hype. Thanks for watching.